This is how you do it. This is how you create an original design in the right size with good specifications, above average finish work, above average dial work with saturated colors and an upgraded La Joux Perret movement. This is compelling in my eyes. And then you take the overall price of 1,600 euros, and that's where it gets impressive. Because yes, you can get a great original design with upgraded finish work and very nice dial details with a great movement, but you're generally going to be spending well north of $2,000. So I find this a compelling value proposition. In fact, I would say this is a top three sports watch if you're going to be shopping under that $2,000 threshold. Now, I'm not just blowing smoke here. I'm going to be talking about the good elements, and then I'll call out the negative elements because this watch does have its warts. And some of those negative elements could be deal breakers for some of you that are interested in this Norwegian micro brand. So this is called Straum, and the model is called the Jan Mayen. We have the Fratello limited edition here in the red color, which is my personal favorite. And then there is also the blue that I have hands-on with, and I'm going to be showing both of the models here through the duration of this presentation. But note that there will be white and black and green colors available as well. So those three plus the blue are not limited, but the red, the Fratello limited edition, is limited. Now let's talk about the strengths, and then we'll go into the weaknesses. So the first strength is the overall design. This is an all-new 39mm sports case with a top-level integrated bracelet, very tight tolerances, very nice light play. And I think this is the ideal size for this style of watch, because an integrated bracelet plays a little bit larger, and this just feels perfectly proportional on wrist. And note the above average finish work and how the dial details really, they grab your attention. So we have, just simply put, incredible dial work with highly texturized dials with very saturated colors. I like the fact that there is a lacquered finish. I like the fact that every color is a little bit different when it comes to that high texture of the dial, and I like the fume color application. So there is a lot going on there, and I like the simplicity of the symmetrical layout. So notice the rounded form when it comes to the polished applied markers and how that ties in with your hand design and how those two elements tie in to the case lines of this original design. So I think there is a lot of cohesion here, and I love the fact that there is no date breaking up the dial. I love the fact that there is no water resistance designation or Swiss-made designation. Even though this does house a Swiss-made movement, this does not have anything outside of the brand, the logo, which is applied below the 12 o'clock marker. So I think in strength, the form, the detail work, the color play, the case design, and very tight bracelet just makes this compelling. Now let's talk about the lume. We have Superluminova in the applied markers. This is done in a cyan tone and a blue tone. And note that the counterbalance weight is lume for the running seconds hand, and how that form matches a little part of lume that's found on your minute hand beneath. So there is good repetition of form, and the lume is decent when it comes to potency, but impressive when it comes to longevity. Now, unlike Straum's first sports model, that one housed a Sellita, this Jan Mayen has a La Joux Perret G101 Swiss-made caliber that you can view through an exhibition crystal in the reverse of the watch, and it's upgraded in multiple aspects. So 24 joules, a beat rate of 4 hertz, and 68 hours of power reserve, so nearly 3 days with that. And then it does have the upgraded KIF shock absorbers and will be adjusted in 4 different positions. I like the fact that you can see the tasteful finish work through a display case back. And I think the big knock with this movement is the fact that the rotor is unidirectionally winding. So very similar to a Valjoux or very similar to a Miyota, you hear the rotor spinning around and you can feel it on your wrist from time to time. And I know some collectors, you enjoy that quirk, but a lot of collectors, that's a huge turnoff. But in summation, I like this original design. I like the high-level execution. I love this integrated bracelet that carries almost no lateral play, just very tight tolerances, above average finishing, a good level of comfort, and then the texture is eye catching. The color play is, again, very eye catching. I like the specifications of 100 meters of water resistance, a signed thread down crown. I think this is appropriately priced under $2,000 with that upgraded Le Jeu Perret G101 movement. And I really think that the negative elements, they're not enough to keep a lot of people from enjoying this watch. So let's go over those negatives. The first thing I mentioned is the very loud rotor noise of the unidirectionally winding rotor. The other thing is the clasp on this integrated bracelet is a sequential butterfly style with a signature. Now, you can get a good fit because Strom does include two 130% length links, but I know a lot of collectors enjoy that quick adjustment system. So I do have good news on that front. Strom did tell me that they are developing that type of clasp. So it's not available at the moment, but we can expect that in future releases. Now, the last element that I would consider a negative, and it's only for some watch collectors, but it is the fact that this brand really has no history. They don't have a track record. It's not like buying a Longines or a Hamilton or a Tissot, or even to a degree, a brand like Christopher Ward. This is a new brand that has been in business since 2020, and some watch collectors, they find that a turnoff, not having the name cachet, not having that, that instant recognition. And I know some watch collectors, that's not an issue. You like the understated nature, but here's what I have to say. This is not just any old micro brand. This is not just a new flash in the pan type of brand. The two individuals behind this Norwegian micro brand, they traveled to an island way in the Arctic Ocean that is a territory of Norway. It is not inhabited year-round, and they had to take a multi-day boat ride to get there. And then they trekked through the island, and this island is called Jan Mayen, the name of this specific model, and it is home to the northernmost active volcano in the planet. And they did this for design inspiration for creating their second watch. So this specific model comes from that trip. The textures, the harsh environment that they trekked through, the colors, the unique colors that they saw, and experienced on their trip. And that's impressive to me. It says that this brand, they're more than just trying to sell watches. They really are passionate about what they're bringing to the market. And I think the longer they're in business, the more converts that they will get, from us watch collectors. And this brand will not stay a well-kept secret. It will not be an understated hidden gem type of brand. They're going to be very well known. So I'm glad to have hands-on with both the blue version and the red limited Fratello edition. And I'm going to place all relevant links in the description of the video. I really do feel like this is a top 3 option if you want a sports watch under $2,000. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me what you think about the positives as well as the negative elements, and I look forward to interacting with you in the comment section. So again, reach out with questions. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.